A car radiator is a crucial component of a vehicle's cooling system. Its primary purpose is to keep the engine from overheating by dissipating the heat absorbed by the engine coolant. Here's how it works. Basic operation. Absorbing engine heat. The engine produces heat when it runs. To prevent the engine from overheating, coolant, or antifreeze, circulates through the engine and absorbs this heat. Coolant circulation. The heated coolant exits the engine and is pumped by the water pump through the upper radiator hose into the radiator. Heat dissipation in the radiator. 1. The radiator consists of a series of tubes and fins. 1. The tubes carry the hot coolant, and the fins are attached to the tubes. 2. As the hot coolant moves through these tubes, heat from the coolant is transferred to the fins. 3. Air, either from the vehicle's forward motion or from the cooling fan, flows over the fins. 3. This airflow dissipates the heat from the fins into the atmosphere, cooling the coolant inside the tubes. Return to the engine. The cooled coolant exits the radiator through the lower radiator hose and returns to the engine to absorb more heat, continuing the cycle. Components and features. Radiator cap. This isn't just a lid. It maintains a certain pressure inside the cooling system. Increasing the pressure raises the boiling point of the coolant, allowing it to carry away more heat without boiling. Thermostat. Before the coolant can enter the radiator, it passes through the thermostat. When the engine is cold, the thermostat remains closed, preventing coolant from flowing into the radiator until the engine reaches its operating temperature. Once the proper temperature is achieved, the thermostat opens, allowing coolant to flow into the radiator. Cooling fans. When the car is stationary or moving slowly, there isn't enough ambient airflow through the radiator to dissipate heat efficiently. In such situations, electric or mechanical cooling fans come on to draw or push air through the radiator. Reserve or overflow tank. Also known as the expansion tank. This component allows for the coolant to expand and contract with temperature changes. When the coolant heats up and expands, any excess coolant is pushed into this tank. As the engine cools, the coolant contracts, creating a vacuum that draws back the coolant from the reserve tank. Importance. A properly functioning radiator and cooling system are essential for 1. Engine longevity, prevents overheating and potential damage to engine components. 2. Fuel efficiency. Engines operate most efficiently at specific temperature ranges. 3. Emissions. Overheated engines can lead to increased emissions and potential failures in emission-related components. In summary, a car radiator works by dissipating the heat from the engine coolant, thus helping maintain the engine at its optimal operating temperature. Proper maintenance, including regular coolant checks and changes, ensures the radiator and the entire cooling system work efficiently.